Hey guys, James here with UFSU University coming at you with another deck profile. This time we're going to do a deck profile on Metal Man. This is the concept of a deck I thought of when the Soul Calibur set first came out. So I started working on this, and this went through like a couple of iterations, and this is it's at the point where I want to show it to you guys. So let's get into the profile. Okay guys, Metal Man is a 629. He's an all-fire Void character. We're playing this deck under Void. If your non-throw attack deals damage, enhance if your non-throw attack deals damage, add it to your staging area during the end phase. So like it gets shut off by, one of the key cards to shut this off is Hand Cannon. But I think outside of Hand Cannon, there's not a lot of ways to turn off that ability, which is pretty nice, because what you want to do is like build your attacks. Because his other ability says discard one card, add one face down from your hand, add one face down foundation to your hand. So you just pick up the attacks that you had already built down, and then you pick them up and then give your attack +2 damage, because why not? It's pretty free, right? So let's get into the profile. Just to make sure we build a little better, and sometimes because it's also good to like pick up with Metal Man, we're playing 3 Revoke. Lets you build it face down and have cool build turns at the start of the game. It's a nice just cancel card, and then you get to pick it up with Metal Man, so you can just cancel whenever you need to, which is pretty neat. We're playing 3 Transform. That's mostly a staple card in Metal Man at this point in like the world. So like you get to play cool slams. You add slam from your discard pile to your hand, play slam. This comes down to your staging area. Pick this up, do it again, type of thing. It's just nice and simple. But the slams we're playing are a little different than normal slams. We're playing 3 Tomahawk Slam. It's a 2 diff. So only a 1 mid for 3. Makes it to where your opponent doesn't want to block, but it's a 1 mid for 5 in Metal Man. Obviously has slam, and its ability is E discard, give +4 damage. We never have any momentum, so we're never going to discard for that ability. But it's a nice 2 diff to just pick up with Transform to play, as well as being a 3 damage attack, which we'll get into later, which is pretty neat. We're playing 3 Tomahawk Buster. It's a 4 low for 3. Has slam. It's a 4 check. That's a 4 diff for 3. E changes attack zone to high, so you change it from a low to a high. And then it gets +3 damage, so it becomes a 4 high for 6, 4 high for 8 with Metal Man, which is pretty neat. And then your opponent can discard 1 card to cancel it. So like if they really need to cancel it, they're losing a card, which is perfectly fine with you. Then the last slam we're playing is Leap into the Fray. It's a combo with the mid. A lot of the like about half of the attacks in our deck, I believe, are mid, so it's pretty nice. It's a 4 diff. It's a 3 check. Combo E, the check to block this gets +1 for each mid attack. So for every mid in your card pool, you get +3. So like if this ends up face down and you pick it up later, you can just use a cool mid attack chain if you get there. And then your next mid attack this turn gets +3 damage. So this one's just a base 5 for 5, but your next one basically gets 5+ damage. So that's pretty neat. Next we're going into the only 4 of in the deck, which is Metal Blade. Metal Blade is a cool 2 diff attack that says that has safe in its weapon, it's ranged. It's a 3 high for 3, and its only ability is changes the attack zone to any other zone, which is pretty neat if you know what attack zones your opponent's holding. But like it's more neat to be a 2 diff they can just pick up to your hand. That's just a 3 high for 5. Just nice, simple 5 damage attack that I played, and I could check a 1 and only have to commit 1. I don't play 1, so it's okay. We're playing 3 Leaf Shield. It's just a 2 low for 3. It's a 3 diff, and then it has Breaker 1, and then after you block with it, an attack does no damage. So like if this gets add face down, you can pick it up with Metal Man, and then you have an Omni block just to block anything you want, which is pretty neat. We're playing 3 Takeda's Kunai. Oh, I better flip this way. Whoops. Takeda's Kunai. It's a 4 diff. It's a 4 low for 3. EX2 ranged weapon combo with any attack. Combo E, this attack is +2 damage, stun 2, so it becomes a 4 for 5 with stun 2, then 4 for 7, stun 2. Its Deadlock E is committed, gets +1 speed for each of your opponent's committed foundations. So like if they do go to Deadlock, this thing's fast as fuck, boy. But like other than that, it's just a nice 3 damage attack that changes the zones. I'm trying to keep the deck to where like outside of like being about half mids, it like fluctuates the zones to make your opponent not know what to hold, which is pretty neat. Then we're playing. Now we're getting into most of the mids outside of one more attack. 3 lower Great Wall. It's a safe stun 2 combo with a 3 damage attack, which is like actually everything in the deck. So it's a 4 for 3, 4 for 5 Metal Man. It gets 3 damage from itself, so it's a 4 for 8. And if you give it the 3 damage with your Leap into the Fray, it's a 4 for 11, which is pretty sick. But like you just get to pick it up, and it's a guaranteed 8 damage attack, right? Like with Metal Man, which is pretty neat. One of the other mids we play is Acid Spit. It's a 3 mid for 3 combo with a mid attack, which, like I said, half the deck is mids. If it's discard to your opponent's going to discard 2 cards. Then Combo E, your opponent discards 1 card. Just that's it. Combo E, discard your opponent, discards 1 card. And then if this is the 3rd attack you've played this turn, you're going to draw a card. So you get to give +1 more hand size to your character, which is pretty nuts when you're picking up attacks for free from your staging area. The last non-mid attack in the deck is Shirai Ryukan. This card's really fun in this deck because it combos with any attack. It's just a 4 for 3. But Combo E, you get to stack a card from your discard pile to confirm for your next check, which is really good because you want to because we are playing 30 attacks, you want to make sure you check well. It's like this lets you check well. You add a card from the discard pile to the top of your deck, and then you can give this +3 speed or +3 damage. So like early game, you give this speed to where you can add it face down. You don't have to worry about your opponent blocking. And then later in the game, you can give it damage because you're just going to keep picking up more attacks anyways. So like the main purpose of this is to easy build with the +3 speed it gets and stack a check for your next attack. At Deadlock E, you can also just give it stun 2, which is pretty nice. Like it's a really good attack for this deck. And then the last attack in the deck, don't mind this proxy right here, you don't see it. 3 Sublimating Blades. I don't have the 3rd one yet for this deck. It's a 5 mid for 3, Fury multiple 2 safe and weapon, 4 diff, 2 check. Oh well. You can discard attacks from your card pool with a printed damage 3 damage or less. So like all these are 3 damage or less. So you just get the multiple for free, basically, which is pretty neat. You can discard momentum if you ever get one to give it stun 3 or commit something you don't like. I almost never used it, but the cool thing about this card is because of how Metal Man works, you can play your cool combos, whatever. I don't know why 3 Acid Spits for what I pulled out, I guess. Go into your Sublimating Blade. Multiple. So like the idea is you get rid of the things that were blocked. And if not, just get rid of things you don't need anyways. And then you can use Metal Man's Enhance on this. And then it just adds face down. Like it just ignores the game state and goes, well this dealt, so it'll come down. So like you can't add these to momentum because the game doesn't allow it.